Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purposes. You're very welcome to follow some of our signals as long as you are on SIM. We're not responsible for your trade. Normally, we start around 10 o'clock. The official time we start at 10 o'clock, and today we start around 9:35, and then just when the markets open, and so maybe you can pick up some of the signals before we start at 10 o'clock. For the ones who just joined us, we are using fully automated ATM strategy and some scalper as an example. Right now, we have a new signal on the Russell buy 1509, target 1513.9. And as an example here, the NASDAQ, we just had a signal. You will see the signal on the first left upper corner here. And this is the last entry signal. It's not the whole day. It was a sell at 7248.25, target 7229.75. The one at the bottom, the YM, it was 56.22, target 55.68, and the target hit. As you see here on the chart on the right corner, the YM has already hit the target. The same thing apply for Forex and stocks. I'm not a big Forex trader. I only like the euro dollar, but the rest, I have zero integration with the rest except the euro dollar. As an example, right now we got the Aussie dollar, a new signal, and you can follow the entry price and the target and how many ticks for that signal here. On the blue chart here, it is where we can use an ATM strategy and we can increase the target or decrease the target, the stop loss, and everything. Where on the black ones here is a fully automated trade and you don't have to do anything. But I personally enjoy the ATM. But if you don't want to use the ATM, you're very welcome to use the full automated trade. So those are the basic. And at the same time, today we will be covering some of the swing trading. And this is an automated swing trading. As we see, I don't know if you can read it, but we'll try to get it a little bit higher. As an example, on the ES CL, this is the swing trading. This is a total different system. It's not the same system. And the DAX has already hit the target already in one trade. This is the DAX at the hit in one shot on the trade. And this is your NASDAQ on the swing trading. And let's go ahead and get it a little bit higher. So those there is a new signal on the ES and a new signal on the NASDAQ. And if you want to follow it, follow it. But we only start covering the market at 10 o'clock. So I will be quiet right now. And again, I personally start at 10 o'clock. But if you want to follow some of those signals, you are at your own risk. I personally do not like to trade before 10 o'clock. I prefer to wait all this monkey business go away before I start taking any trade. So right now we are at 9:39, and the only time I start looking at this market is just a few minutes before the market is settled down, and then we can start looking at the market. But we open today a little bit early, as I have promised before, that if I have time, I will do that. But I will be start covering the market at 10 o'clock. And you're very welcome to follow any signal. But I strongly recommend, if you want to follow any of those signals, wait till 9:45, 9:50, so the market is settled, and then we start making decision a little bit one piece at a time, and we start analyzing the market and see what is a proper trade and what is not. I want to say thank you very much, folks. So I'm not going to interfere anymore. I'll leave it up to you. And we will start covering the market at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. You're very welcome uh, to stand by, or if you want to follow some of those signals, you're very welcome to it. Thank you. Okay, guys, welcome. Now it's 9:59. We still have 1 minute for the last news, and then we're about to have a new signal on the ES, and then we will cover the ES. We're coming to new trade on the ES. So the news is coming in 1 minute. Is coming right now. A new signal on the ES and a new signal on the uh, on the uh, on the on the YM as well. They're coming your direction. With the CL, we have a problem. The projection 5160 has been struggling on the 5160 for the CL traders. And the ES right now is at the true average price 28.26, which we have covered a lot. We need to break the 28.26 and the 28.25 before we can confirm the short on the ES. So this is a really, really important area. Also for the Nasdaq and the Russell, they're going okay, but we have a problem with the Nasdaq as well. Weakness on the ES on the 28.26. We need to break that level, and this is an extreme. I mean, I don't see how anyone can trade without knowing the level in the market, but the those are the levels are extremely, even if you are auto trading, it is your problem. Even when you are auto trading, if you don't see the levels, and those, because if we have a trade like something like right now on the swing trading with the Russell, this is a very nice trade. I'm not complaining about it, but I can see where it was the support line. It was 499. This things was $600 in the trade, and right now is only $400 in that trade. So levels are very important to keep your eye on them, and if you do not, then you are in trouble. You are shooting blind in this uh, area. So to cut the story short, right now is the 28, 26, 25. It is a key on the ES, plus in conjunction with your level on the Nasdaq, 20950 and 208, and followed by 20675. That is causing this market to jam in this area here, which we need to see. The Nasdaq is already willing to fall all the way on that trade to the 8725. But the key right now, you need to mark it on your chart, is your 28, 26, 25 ES, down to the tick. 28, 26, 25. Mark it on your chart, because if that ES not able to break that area, we do not have a short on the ES, followed by the floor and fibs 28, 25, 25. Those are keys right now, and the ES is trying so hard to break the 28, 26, 25. If we are not breaking it, then fast your seat belt. We are going in a lot of sideways market here. Then the market is going to get stuck. If this market break that area here, also, thank you, Ben, the 30-year Treasury bond right now. Yeah, but look, Ben, if this ES break the 28, 26, 25, and this the second key level, the 28, 25, we will have a short on the ES, and then the 30-year Treasury bond is in order, and of course the YM will follow immediately, the YM. And this is exactly the YM is doing right now. We are on standby. There is a 3 levels plus a projection. It is a very hard for, actually it is an entry short position on the YM right now, but I don't want to do that until I see what the CL decided to, the ES decided to do. As you see, Ben, 3 times, and 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and 4 times came into the 28, 26, 25, and it fell. So we do not have any confirmation on a short trade with the ES. That is gonna bring a lot of volatility on the Nasdaq and the YM. So right now the YM is in a very muddy place in here, and you should not be touching the YM in those area here, because this is an extreme resistance on the YM, and I cannot play with it. Actually, it is a short, but because of the ES, I'm not going to be calling that. So now the number, the ES, it is the key to this whole market. This number, this magic number, 28, 26, 25. If we're not breaking it, we are going to have volatility like yesterday, and a chop market, and that is the end of the story here. So let's see. Also, for the folks are auto trading, maybe you think it is not your problem. Yes, sir, it is your problem, to understand that the key is 28, 26, 25. It does not matter which auto trade you are using. Your auto trade is going to be struggling in those area, and it's not funny to lose a couple of $300 on the trade, with all the respect to my auto trade or somebody else auto trade. So if we look at the scalping, it is a total different when you are scalping the market. Actually, the scalping are not that extreme. We are actually struggling with with the CL, and this is the scalping here on the right upper corner, and you can see it's been a struggling market on the CL as well, and actually it's not that much performance in there. So now we are in a very, very sideways market, and you should not be touching this ES at all until we we see what this ES is fixing to do. And if you are wanted to be in a trade, you're very welcome to follow on the sim and try to put a limited order, sell limited order at 21.25, exactly what is the entry. We have a new signal on the CL is a buy at 51.87, target 52.29. We're not calling the trades for you. You just follow the signal here, and it's up to you if you want to take it or not. And we'll see how is this market. So this is the latest one, the new signal buy on the CL 51.87, target 52.28. And you are already up 6 ticks on that trade. We have an extreme resistance on the CL. And I hope somebody followed on the limited order on the NASDAQ. And when you are taking those trades on the NASDAQ, mark your chart at 709.50, because the market is going back and forth. And the 709.50, it is where the major support area. So keep your eye on the ES to see if this ES able to break the 28, 26, 25. If it's not, then it is your decision to exit on that NASDAQ trade we just called for you. It is up to you if you want to exit at 209.75, because the triple support area in there, that is going probably, if this ES not able to break that area, then this ES is going to back and reject it. So if you are on the NASDAQ trading, please be careful with the 209.50, and keep your eye on the ES. Now we are in a deeper trouble on the ES. We have a support line at 28.28 and a resistance at 28.30.25. So if you're asking me, or for any ES trader right now, how you gonna get hair out of a bald-headed man, I have no clue, because now the ES got stuck between 28.30.25 resistance line, and 28.28 is a support line. And now this ES is banging on those two lines like a pinball. So it is really, really, look, it cannot find direction on the ES. Again, the ES cannot find direction. So that is going to have an impact on your trading with the NASDAQ, and with the YM. Now I'm not looking at it. It's a total mess on the YM. But this is the story right now on the ES. It jumped between this channel, and we hope between 28.30.25 and a 28.28 level. So exactly, sir. Exactly. It's totally out of control, the ES. So we will see how this market, it seems like we are continuing on a chop day. And as I said, Gary, with all the respect, Gary, have 30 years experience trading. If we are not able to break the 28, 26, 25, we have a problem today, and the market is not going to do anything. the Nasdaq is sitting on a standby, want to drop all the way to the 71.8725. We are waiting on this Mr. ES here, giving us a direction. The Nasdaq, even if you're a Nasdaq trader, if you're not looking at the ES, you are sure in a blind in this business here. The Nasdaq become independent, but when there is a key level on the ES, the Nasdaq stand by until those key levels get broken on the ES. Nevertheless, ES is a 500, is presenting the 500 company, and we cannot avoid the 500 company. So again, as you see, the Nasdaq, the ES is going on the support line on 28.28, resistance line 28.30, and that is not good. We need to break the 28.26.25. We need to break that line. If we're not breaking it, we are stuck for the rest of the day. Yes, Ben, it was yesterday a horrible day. Not just the scalper and the swing trading, even the signals. Nothing was working yesterday, Ben, and it was really they really manipulated very well yesterday the market. And when we were done with the YouTube, I closed Ninja Trader because I'm not interested in days like this, like yesterday, when you can see obvious there is somebody manipulating this market here. Then it is time to pack your tools and not to look at it. And now we are going back to the 28, 26, 25. It will be always at least one day a week. It's going to be a problem. Very rare we're gonna pass by 1 week and it's not gonna be a problem. So when you see a problem on that day, you say, you know what, this is not my game. I'm calling it off, and that's exactly what you need to do. You cannot do any. You cannot jump in the rain with a gorilla. We're gonna get our butt kicked. You cannot jump with a gorilla in the rain. It's not our fight. When somebody can control the movement, and you cannot do anything anymore. So, and it was yesterday. The market was totally out of control, unreadable, and extreme chop. And I guarantee you, a lot of people yesterday have lost a lot of money. A lot of people lost money yesterday. So that's why on between 10 and 12, if you don't make your money, call it off for today. That's what it is. And as you see right now, this ES dancing on the 28, 26, trying to flirt with that number. We need to break that number. And the last one is 28, 25, 25. If we're not breaking those numbers, we are looking for another chop day today. And there we go. As you see, the ES got stuck in this channel here, and there is nothing we can do. And especially for the gentlemen are relying on an auto trade all the time. Now they are really in a bad situation with their auto trade. Doesn't matter where is that auto trade coming from, because when there is no movement, by the time the auto trade taking a short is going the opposite direction. By the time the auto trade going long is taking the opposite direction. So what it does here is 200 after 200 after $200 trade, a losing trade. So this is a really trouble market right now to auto trade. The ES actually is much better to auto trade the Russell, or if you want to auto trade the Nasdaq or anything. But right now, ES is not a trade. You cannot auto trade ES. That's for sure. Neither a manual trade. I mean, you cannot even trade in it. So until we see that ES breaking those level, and this is the YM is going to follow it immediately, the YM. And right now, as we said, there is a resistance lines in this YM is sitting on a standby, waiting on an ES what to do. Now there is a sellers coming in on the, as you see, is blinking, is coming and trying to push this market below the 28, 26, 25. So we'll see if they are able to break that. If it's not, then go ahead and make yourself a cup of coffee and put your legs on the table and just wait. Nothing we can do from here. Nothing we can do from here. We cannot move the market for you guys. I'm sorry. As we see on the swing trading, I just want to show you on the swing trading, and this is a 5 minutes of swing trading. I mean, it's not a major, but it's not an easy chart time frame. And I don't know if you can see those numbers, but we've been on the same trade on this ES from 9:15. From 9:15, we're still on the same trade with the ES, and it's going back and forth. And this is a swing trading, and it's just going around in the circle doing nothing. So if we look another picture on the Nasdaq with the swing trading, it is a total different picture. At least we have seen some movement on the Nasdaq, and it took it very nicely, and actually it did go against it a bit. But this is the same auto trade, and you can see when the ES is not moving, then it is not moving. Nothing we can do. On the CL, we're still in the same place for the last, even before 10 o'clock, we're still on the same number on it. And so I don't want to be distracted, guys. So I need to keep my eye for you on those things. But here is the Nasdaq start going down. And again, for the ones when we call the Nasdaq for you, here is your triple support line in this area here. So when you wanted to take it those trades, you need to keep your eye on the ES, because this is where you need to exit at 72.10. Exit at 72.10. There is nothing we can do, not unless if this ES break it. If this ES break that line, that 28, 26, 25, then there is a good potential on that trade to nail $1,000 today. But as long as this ES has been trying so many times to break this number here, and this number, you don't need to do calculation, is a plot right there for you on the chart. It's 28, 26, 25, and nothing is gonna happen in this market until technically the ES is short. Now at the moment, we're just sitting on the standby with the ES to see. Welcome to trading, guys. There is nothing we can do about it. Really nothing we can do about it. So we do not need to jump into the market left and right, and we don't know what we are doing. Then it is very hard, and you'll start losing money. So lately, between the ES and the Russell, I'm not the crazy guy about the Russell, but lately I have noticed, I don't know about you guys, the Russell has become extremely stable, and actually is given an early prediction, and there is less volatility than the ES. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm start really enjoying looking at the Russell. It is an amazing performance. The Russell, if you want to compare it to the ES, is doing 10 times better performance every day than an ES. So it seems like we're about to drop. And for the Nasdaq, they still on that trade. You need to keep your eye at 7209.50. It seems like there is a lot of sellers coming in, and you can see when the chart is blinking. I don't want to sit down and distract myself with numbers, because numbers doesn't mean anything to me, because some guy could be putting a 20 contract for sale, and before he gets filled, he can yes, sir. No, not just Ben, not just this week, sir. It is Franco. It is. It is. I notice it's become. It's been given 10 times more than the ES, the Russell, and actually we have some traders are using the auto trade on the Russell. Uh, I I don't know if I have put Russell today. Again, the ES, it is going to, once you know the keys in the market, Franco, you cannot get lost in this business as long as you know where your limitation on every market. And sadly, if you don't have those numbers, look how this ES is shining away from the 28, 26, 25. I mean, this is not um, everything on the chart is extreme accurate. Everything on that chart. And it is exactly, you're driving with no lights, you're gonna hit the wall a matter of time. Or if you have the light front of you, probably that will avoid some accidents. And that's exactly what we are doing here. Now you can see the ES, we have the lights front of us. We know the indication is right front of us. So we're not going to jump on the first bumper or on the first movement in the market until technically it is cooked. And as you see how accurate it is extreme accurate. It's not on the ES. Day in and a day out, we've been highlighting this number, and it is a key, between short and long. So as long as we don't have as long as we don't have as an example, Franco, if we experience a pullback right now, where is the re-entry point right now on the Russell? It's a 5002.8. So where is the re-entry point on the Nasdaq? Is 722700. So those numbers, they all now below that number. They have confirmed they are short, but Mr. ES here is sitting and stubborn as hell, and now is trying to break that area. So we have a new signal on the 6E, and that's mean we have a new signal on the euro dollar here. The 6E buy at 128.25, 1298.5 is your target. Finally, we're about to break it. Oh, thank you, sir. There is my one of. Thank you, Ben. I was on not pay attention. He said there is a new signal on the DAX. Is it just now the new signal on the DAX? Okay, now look at that DES, guys. Keep your eye on the ES, and that is gonna inflict on your Nasdaq trade. It's like it's scared to move forward. Jesus, look at this. Welcome to trading, guys. Welcome to trading. This is your key right there. This is your key today, right now. There we go. So, especially our members, whether you are using a scalper or a swing trading now, this is the ES 5 minutes. This is a 1 minute. Okay, this is the Nasdaq, the swing trading, and to our traders, the one have the zone, try to put your zone on your. I can see it from my blue chart, but the best things to do is to put your zone on your automated trade, because once you hit something like this, you can always go to this button, especially the new one. Once you see the extreme place, like right now on the Nasdaq, we are coming to the 7, 12, 11. Those are the new levels right now, and it is an extreme support line, support area in here. So if we look at the Nasdaq, this is your Nasdaq, and I can see it is 7 to 1125, 7 to 1125. I can go ahead and put 7 to 1125, and then I mark it here, and then I close the position once it hit here, because right now that this is the last bumper on the ES. Kiss it goodbye. It's losing momentum, and now we are getting a new signal. But here is the problem on the Nasdaq. Even if you are auto trading, it's going to be a problem between nailing a trade with $300 or $400 or $1,000 trade. On that one here, it's going to hit the $1,000 trade, but then I'm not sure that good luck with that Nasdaq break in 1 level, 2 level, 3 levels, 4 level. Good luck with that. So I know this auto trade, once it hit, or I can mark on my chart, once it hit 1125, it takes 1 second to push the button on the top, and you can maximize your profit. You go to the mouse, you right click, you close your NinjaTrader, and you run as fast as you can out of the house, so the devil will not play with your head. That's exactly, if I was you, that's what I will do. I have to be sitting here, support customers and everything, but if I was just a guy with the freedom, that's what I will do. And now we're about to have a new signal on the ES. Look at this. Look at this. Let me show you what I'm saying. You're gonna hit the $1,000 trade, and this is an extreme area, and this is it. This is it right there. 1,000 clean cut, one trade, and look how fast it is. Close position, closed. 940, close position immediately, and run. That's all what I advise you to do. Look at this. Okay, we have a new signal, ES 2824. Before you click on your chart, I would like you to put it at 2823.75 limited order sell. 2823.75 sell. Right there. I think we're about to have a signal on the YM as well. We're going to have a signal on the YM, folks. We have a new signal on the CL, sell 51.30, 54.80. We're about to have a new short trade on the CL. CL short trade 51.30, target 50.86. The YM is fixing to go sell order right now. You can hear the alarm when it goes in, and the YM has. We don't have a short yet. We need to have a short on the YM. Don't hold your trade for very long, 10, 15 ticks, and then you close it. Then you put it back at 28, 23.50 on the pullback. If it scares you, you close it, and then you go ahead and you put it at 28, 24 if you want to, or 28, 23.50. Don't carry on when the market goes against your trade. You just close it, and then you go ahead and put a sell order again at 23.75. But don't carry it for a very long time. That's what I will do. It's the same entry again and again. It's the same entry. The entry is calculated. But when the market goes against us, now we're going back to the 28, 26. I don't want to be on a trade. If the market going against me, I will close it on 10 or 15 takes and then go back and put the order exactly where I have it entered. That's all what we can do. And as you see on the NASDAQ here, this is what I was scared of, and this is what happened. The market came in, a little noises, it penetrated the 3-4 line, but then it didn't handle it and it broke it. So if we go ahead and examine how much did we miss out of that trade on the NASDAQ, honestly, how much did we miss on the 5 minutes trade? We have maximized the profit and we called it off. There we go. So this is a difference between $1,000 trade, and if you're gonna leave it to the auto trade, maybe you're gonna walk away with 500. So two guys are taking the same trade using the software. One guy is gonna walk away with 1,000, and another guy might walk away with the 300, and they are using the same software. So it is also depends how you're driving your software. It's not just the auto trade. So again, the sell entry is still on 28, 23.75. We just wait till this market go back to it. On the NASDAQ, you have 1 line, 2 line, 3 lines, 4 lines. I'm not expecting right now. It's not strong enough to break all those area. And the YM has not been able to go to the short position. And that's how it is. We cannot do anything. Right now, on the pullback on the Russell, it is 14993. This is the pullback re-entry right there. But don't do anything. Let's wait and see how is this market gonna play us. There is nothing to do anymore. We're just waiting on a new signal. So I'll stay quiet for 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. Thank you. There is one thing, guys. Now we have a re-entry on the short re-entry on Russell at 1498.4. This is a short re-entry right there with a small stop loss on top of it. There is one thing we need to learn how to manage the trade, and it is very important how to manage the trade. Everything you see is key levels. We don't want to use indicators. We want to use fibs. We want to calculate previous high, and high, low, and low, high, and all those. We put them all in one jar. We don't want to trade indicator. Indicator follow the market. Here is the things is how to manage your trade when doing the session anytime, all year around. You cannot just decide to take a trade here and there. There is a certain area is a tradable, certain area on the chart, whether you are using a 5 minutes or you are using a 1 minute or 3 minutes. A Renko bar, it is strictly for reversal. I will not use a Renko bar to trade with a trend. I have not met anyone can make money with a Renko bar, make a living from it. He can be lucky here and there, one day here, one day there, but he will never be consistent on a Renko bar. And all those funny charts you see, line break and whatever that is, it's not tradable. Look at it. It's not tradable. What it is, Ninja Trader chart is in 1 minute. That is the end of the story. Is in 1 minute. Here, what you see, it is 1 minute on the chart. There is no Renko bar on the chart, Ninja Trader platform. All this, there is a long story behind it. I don't want to get into it in the public. But one thing about management, I don't want to be distracted on that. Those entries are keys. They're not just indicator, they are keys. So when we experience a pullback like this, we don't want to go back with the market that far. Later on, I'm going to go ahead and make an ATM strategy based on those floor and fibs, so you can take those floor and fibs. Actually, those are much more profitable than even the signal, because most of the time, 8 out of 10, those trailing stop 1 and trailing stop 2, those are re-entry point, but I don't want to get into it right now. So when there is a pullback for a basic, I will go ahead and initiate a sell order right there, because this is the number. This is the number I want to get into this market. Between the sell position and the trailing stop and trailing stop 2, you should not be taking a trade. As you see, it works like a clock. And I will be talking to this programmer because we are doing something to Ninja Trader 8. It's been giving us a problem. And we got delayed on that because we are doing something beside the ATM and the full automated. And so we got delayed on that. But once we send it out, we will be giving you another ATM strategy based on the pullback re-entry, because the pullback re-entry, it is one of the most advanced trading. It's been with me for over 20 years, and this is identified trend pullback re-entry. It's been there for many years, and I have seen so many systems comes and go, but identified trend pullback re-entry, it is the most success trading for the last 20 years. Get ready. We are about to, the whole market is a change in direction. Let's see. And so we don't want to get in between the signal and the trailing stop 1 and 2. We don't want to get into those trades, because this is where is a transition between short and sell. And like right now, everything is changing. And again, to those guys, tell me, what did you miss on that auto trade? Tell me, what did you miss on that auto trade? Because we have those fib line, we can maximize our profit on the auto trade, where the other guy is auto trading without maximizing his profit on it. So it's not, there we go. We have a new signal. It's up to you if you want to take it or not. an entry. We have a new signal also on the ES NASDAQ. You can read them from the market analyzer here. And if you have not got it on the ES, put it at 3250, please. 3250 for the. Do you remember, Franco, where I told you to go short? Do you remember, Franco? Look, this is the true average of price with this very small stop loss. This one here is a short at 1500. What you need to do, you need to put it just 8 ticks above that entry number, Franco. And this is it, because this is, again, the true average of price. And look at this one here, guys. The auto trade has fired a signal, is okay. But watch this ES. It's coming to 33 level, 33.50, and 34. Immediately when you see those, it tells you that means there is a good potential, a high risk trade on that, because there is 3 lines in here, and most likely this market is not gonna able to break him if there is not a very strong trend. This is another example here. We have an entry at 36. The market did go against you. I will get rid of it immediately, and I will go ahead and put it right there. And if this market going back to the longs, I don't need to study that bar right now with the volatility market. If this bar going long or short, I cannot handle 20 different instruments and stay with the right head. So now, if this NASDAQ break this levels here, then it is a very good potential to take that trade at 38.75. If I decided want to take this ES at 32.50, I am aware of 1, 2, 3 plus projection on those numbers here. And this is going to be a nightmare for the ES to break all those 3 numbers, all those 3 walls in order for it. Once it breaks it, the question, should I put it at the buy order and let the automated trade take it? Or if I'm using, in conjunction with my auto trade, I'm using a little bit my head, then maybe I'll say, you know what, I'm not taking that trade at the signal line. I will go ahead and I will take it once I see this ES crossing that projection. Again, there is 2 traders are trading the same instrument and the same software. One guy is taking that trade from here, and one guy is taking it from here. Now, if you leave it on the ATM or a full automated, it's gonna go ahead and fire right at the signal, whether you are using an ATM or a full automated. But God give us a little brain to say there is 3 lines in here, and it's gonna be a hell of a ride before we are able to break those lines. As you see now, we've been almost 1 year in the public here. As you see, those lines are not easy to brush them off. They're not. You have to respect every single things on that chart. And we're not talking about performance. We're talking day in and a day out. Those systems, 8 out of 10, there is nothing exists 100%, but 8 out of 10, those they are holding numbers. Those are holding lines. And we cannot ignore that. We cannot simply ignore that. So right now, to look at this chart, we don't need to get in trouble. We do not get to go left and right. We caught this one here. It was a short on the Russell. And when we had, now the buyers started blinking. The buyers are trying to go ahead and push it up. And let's see if this ES able to break the 33 level, 33.50 or 34. And if it's not, then this market is going back, drop down all the way to the 28, 26, 25. And this is a hell of a ride from here to here. So that's why we don't want to carry a heavy trade and let it to go against us. We will give 10 ticks or 15 ticks, and when this market come into our direction, we will get the 50 ticks and 100 ticks. So every time we have a losing trade, let me simplify that for you. I'm flipping coin with my friend Gary here. Every time I lose, we're gonna flip this coin 10 times. Every time I lose, I'll give him $10, and every time I win, he has to give me $50. And we're gonna flip this coin 10 times. So no matter how much I lose, it takes me one or two trades to get even or to get money. So what I'm trying to say, on the new signal, I can go ahead and sacrifice with 10 ticks, whether it's NASDAQ, Dow Jones, ESCL, whatever. But then I'll go ahead and sit and wait on that trade. And once the market come into my direction and pick me up and take that trade, then I'm looking for 100 tick, 50 ticks, 60 ticks, depends on whatever the market is going to give me. Again, folks, an auto trade in conjunction with a human, it is a silver bullet. Auto trade by itself is not enough, and a trading by itself even is not enough. And in 2019, the algorithm, the math got so complicated, there is no longer for you to eyeball a chart and make money. So there's yes, sir. So when we use the math and we use a little bit common sense, knowledge, a little knowledge. We don't need to be an expert, and we don't need to sit down and pay for a room for 1 year, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars every year. It's just a little common sense, how we want to play that market, and a little at the time you start developing, because everything is sitting on the chart, and then one step at the time, before you know it, you start getting with the rhythm of that system. So right now the buyers are coming on the ES trying to break those three thick walls. So let's see if this they are able, and I'm taking a risk on the NASDAQ. Hopefully the NASDAQ, the ES is going to break those three walls, and I don't want to miss this right, and then I will be taking that. Here's what is going to happen. If this ES is about to break those three lines, we are going to go straight to the 38.25 level. If we got filled on the NASDAQ and the ES fell to break all those walls, then that means the NASDAQ is going to drop. So if I'm taking that trade on this NASDAQ at 38.25, I need to make sure I have a light-handed to dismiss it or break even, or make a decision fast. So again, keep your eye on the ES, and let's go ahead and, this is not a trading room on a YouTube. This is not. I'm not interested for traders to just copy trades. I don't know how long I can be on a YouTube, and we are given a free education on a YouTube, and I don't know who's out there. I know my members are out there, some of them, but I don't know how long I can do a free training live, but we are very busy people. But whoever is out there, we trying to give back, and there is nothing in there. We're not promoting anything here, and I hope for those guys, take what we ever say, and it is serious, and try to make sense out of why you're not making money, or why you are making money, or why you've been 10 years you have not been able to be consistent. And I'm showing it to you on a daily basis, and I'm showing you how hard it is, and how sometimes we get slapped by the market, like yesterday, by even the most professional traders. Yesterday it was a horrible day to trade. So guys, this is a free, we are giving back. There is no we're not collecting any email, we're not collecting names, we're not doing anything. We are just you're not even paying for the channel, you're not so we are giving back, and I hope this makes sense to those out there to try to understand trading is not just a piece of cake. it's not just a piece of cake. It will be enjoyable for a while, but there is no easy out, guys. I keep saying that every day, the same story. I'm trying to go against those guys. Um, they're promising that you can make $50,000 a month, and you have, poor guy have a $3,000, and that guy is promising him $50,000 every month. This is not going to happen. Losing money is much faster than earning the money. So don't go spend on a daydreaming things. This is reality, and if you wanted to. Um, that's what we hear constantly every single day when somebody calling us. I want to change a job. I want to change my life. Yeah, you want to change your life desperately, then you got to earn it. It's not going to be free ride. There is no free ride in the trading, guys. No free ride. Accept it the way it is or leave it. You know, it's not, we're not promoting software here. We say it the way it is. And when my system not making money, I make fun of it. So like what happened yesterday, everything was eating banana, and nothing I can do, and I'm not gonna hide that. So right now, I'm gonna go back and put the scalpers here. As you see, the scalper now start kicking in on the automated to trade. And you can now it's too late, but you can follow those signals to it. So there we go, guys. To our members, as we see, we put the Nasdaq one tick above the high right there. You see that, and we never got filled. And if we look at this ES, it came into the first bumper and got his butt kicked all the way down to the 2830. So should I follow that signal? No. Of course, the auto trade will take that trade. But also, if when I see this market is fixing to take that trade, maybe I will override the ATM and I will put it right there, because it is a bad news with those three lines. So and when we showed you that trick, let me show you a couple example here. We maximize our profit in here, and let me show you something else. And here is your ES lost on that trade. Why lost? Because I was not looking at the support resistance line, and I could have exit from here. And here it was. We had it 28, 24, 75. We had it. So there is a difference between two guys riding this auto trade. One guy is just looking at the fibs, not a brilliant trader, not a wizard trader, not a high advanced trader. He's just looking at fibs, okay? And he's putting those fibs on that auto trade. One guy is going to lose that trade. One guy is going to walk away with $250 on that trade. And they are using the same entry. They are using the same auto trade. What I'm saying is, yes, this auto trade, take a left and right the trade, and some of them, they will be good. Some of them is not. Some of them, here is a trade earlier today. All of them are on a $500 target. And if the market go into your direction, it's going to stay on that trade. No sweat. This one here, it is a 500 because all of them on 500. Took a trade, the 3, 4, 5. Okay, look at this. A lot of until we got the trade. So you can let the auto trade run. I'm not saying you cannot, but there is a big difference between walking away with 500 and walking away with $1,000 on the same trade and the same entry by just looking at those lines. And this is very sad if you can brush it off and you say, this is not my problem. It is your problem when you are using your own account, sir. It is your problem. So right now the market is changing. We'll look at it. And Franco, from the place we told you you're gonna go short, and still we are on a short trade from here. There is nothing on the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones, Nasdaq, Nasdaq and the ES. There is no trade. Those area you cannot trade them. You cannot even auto trade them. You cannot. The only thing, I don't want to teach advanced trading. The only thing it is, there is a re-entry here at 22575, and the second re-entry is 2375. Those are the only two trades I have on the Nasdaq. I have nothing on the ES because it's going back and flirting with the 3025. I am not interested in that area at all. So let's watch the 24. This is a potential re-entry right there at 24. And that's it. Exactly, sir. Sometimes there is a lot of entries in between, Franco. There is a lot of entries in between, but I don't want to complicate things. I highlight them for you, but I don't want to complicate things. There is two potential entry. Again, is we are coming to the true average price is 2,400. The same story. We had a problem with the ES. When we couldn't break the 2826, and look, this is a re-entry point right there. Those numbers are extremely efficient for a re-entry, but I don't want to complicate the trade. I'm just teaching right now how to trade the market on the entry signal, and that's it. So let's see now if this ES and another things also, Franco, you can see the entry point here, and you can see how many times the ES come into this exact number. So when we are not trading blindly, we are trading the math. We are doing the calculation, but we are managing the trade. You know, combine those two together. If you think about it on the long run, it's 10 times better than to pay off someone to put you in a trading room. He claimed he makes 100 ticks. You look at your account, you didn't make 10 ticks. So you all have experienced that. So develop your own strategy or your own trading, and depend on what you see on the chart and follow it. That's it. We don't need to be brainer here, you know. So we're still waiting on a new signal. We're not doing anything in those areas. Another things, we know the re-entry point is written right there on the chart with the Nasdaq 72 to 25.25. We already have covered that. Here is the second question. If I'm taking a risk from that area, I need to exit here at 32 level. As you see from the previous bars, this is where the problem right now, the resistance at 32.25. So if I'm taking a long trade in here, and if the market goes to my direction, if this market going to my direction, my trade is from 26 to 32. Is it worth it? Then you can do scalping, you know. And so right now, I don't want to get into this mess. I will wait on a new signal, and then we will make a decision. Vanguard, honestly, we are in a bigger priority with the upgrade with the NT8. We have not got into the trend exhaustion, but we have a better one than the trend exhaustion, the trend bar. If you see at the bottom of the chart here, it is extremely accurate and is extremely given us very good direction on this one here, and it is in your package called the trend bar. So this one here is much better than the trend exhaustion. As you see on this trend bar, it's been in red from 1053. See at the bottom here, and we're trying so hard to push out the NT8 right now. It is a priority for us. Plus, we have the zone. We need to push out the zone plus, not the zone plus. With a new ATM coming, I don't know where you've been the last couple of weeks, but we have not had time to go magnify small indicators. We need to push out the big ones first, but then I will look at it for what you asked me to do for it. You're very welcome, sir. But right now we have more priority to get. We have added. We have an ATM and a full automated on the NT8. We are struggling with something called ATM strategy. Taking the trades without the ATM, it is a little bit complex, and it has been a very good challenge with us on NT8. So this is priority, and then the second priority is the Zone Plus. Should be coming out this weekend. I need to test it before I send it out with a new ATM strategy in it as well. And then there is some other priority on different auto trade we need to work on to keep up with the NT8 update. But then I will get into this, but it's not going to be next week, sir. The things is you cannot just speed up and throw stuff at the traders and if there is a problem or a bug. I don't like to be rushed anymore to those things, because if we send out anything out and there is a bug, it's going to generate 30 hours a week support. And then you're going to have people calling and asking all those questions, why this one and why that. And that is going to, we don't have time. So we prefer to a few days delay and send out bug-free and make sure and test it and retest it and retest it before we send it out. I will not go under that pressure when somebody asking me every day when. When it is ready, it will be served to you on a silver platter, free of cost. But I will not take a pressure on those matters, because we have tried that before. Many years ago, we have tried that to push the software out of the door, deliver it. And even when we said this is a beta version, yes, Sam, I will test it. Send it. I will test it. And then when you send it, Sam, this one, how to install this one, Sam, how to change the color, Sam, how, then it's going to generate 20 hours every day support. So we cannot do that luxury and do the resources like this, empty our resources. So we will not send anything until we make sure it's 100% bug-free. We apologize. Sometimes we get late, but software is not something you put in the oven and come out ready. You need sometimes, as an example, that system, just from the last week until today, we have a new signal on the gold. We have done, just from last week until today, we have done 8 upgrade. 8. That system you're looking at, 8 upgrade so far from last week. So you cannot tell me to push anything very fast, because this is serious business when we're trading, and we don't have time for making mistake, honestly. Okay, the whole thing now changed, and we are about to break those area, and we still on the 2834 limited order. On the ES 2834 limited order. I was talking and I didn't see the YM took a trade as well. Ben, did you see the new signal on the YM? I didn't see it. I don't want it to. I'm not going to cover it. I didn't see it. Anyway, we're about to get filled on the ES. I told this programmer today to check up the security license, and I can see he is doing it right now. He is. I forgot to send him an email telling him not to mess with the server right now. We are live, and it seems like he's working on it as we speak. I hope he's not gonna crash me. It's a new server, so it's not gonna have an impact on you. But it is a new server, and I can see it's blinking on my side. So, what time is it? 11:11. I need to let him know. I don't like the 6E a lot. I used to, but I'm not interested in the 6E. I like the future, no, but I like the euro dollar, and I don't do the day trading. I'm still have from over a year on the euro dollar. It's been almost a year and a half. I still have a position on 105, and now is 127. But I don't trade the 6E, Franco. But you can hold positions, and not overmerge yourself, and it's fine. With the forex, in my opinion, if you day trade the forex, you're gonna be you're gonna be brutal. So um, the forex, you have to trade it on a long run or on a very high time frame to 240 minutes and hold position. I think this is my opinion. I don't know, but I will not trade forex on a daily basis. And that's my opinion. Until now, the ES has not been able to break the 3425. And now the programmer is working on the new zone, the zone plus. We said we need to deliver it for you. And now he's making me nervous. He's working on it. I can see that. So I hope he's not going to screw me up with that. I told him not to do it when I'm on a webinar, and he is. So um, very slow, but we're getting there. We need this ES to break this last line, the 30. You see, what is your entry? We are really having a problem at 33.50. Very simple. And we are sitting and waiting on him on 34 level. So if we took that trade from those area here, what did we gain? We gain nothing. We gain nothing. We need to be technically over the high area, the high risk area, and we wanted to be in a trade when there is no high risk area. By taking that trade here, your chances are 50-50. By taking that trade here, you are just got out of those problems and hoping everything will go your direction. That's it. And before you know it, the market sneak right under your nose and start climbing. As you see, when the ES broke those level, folks, you can see the Nasdaq start getting and building momentum, and the YM start getting momentum and going up. So thank you. It looked like God is looking over our head, and like what's going on here. It cannot be taking that trade and sit down and wait. Let's see. Where is the breaking out? Come on. Is any more news? Yeah, be patient with it. It's slowly. It's coming. Okay. Okay, the being patient just paid off, and your target on the YM is 56.88. Your target 68 on the Nasdaq. The ES is an extreme weakness, but your target is 838. That's all what we have. That's all what is tradable right now. It is, JC. It is for the last yesterday and today is an extremely hard. But there is one thing: as long there is the market don't care about your rules or my rules. They care less. But what we can do, I don't believe there is a rules. But what there is a new signal right now on the 30-year Treasury bond sale. Uh, not We should not follow anybody rules, not even my own rules. The market don't care about your rules and mine. But what we can do, we can play it safe. That's what I'm trying to get you. There is plenty trades in between the lines. I'm trying to avoid that, and I'm trying to show you that let the auto trade take that trade, and if you see the fib line, ignore it. And as you see right now, when the 30-year Treasury bond fired to the opposite direction, now the market is in sequence because this is our experience for so many years, is doing the same thing. So now when the 30-year Treasury bond fired to the short position, as you see this market, I was looking at the YM. The YM was stuck on the projection at 56.44, and it's still stuck on the 56.44 because there is a projection line. But because now the 30-year Treasury bond go to the sell position, that is going to give us a boost on the market. So um, the whole thing is there is no rules but safe. How to avoid when you are auto trading or when you are hand trading or eyeball trading, whatever. Just there is a certain area in this market you should not be trading certain area. Now when you are comfortable, there is a plenty entries in between the lines, but we don't want to complicate the trade, we want to simplify the trade. So if you just follow the signal uh, and um, and try to play it safe. I mean, at the entry, I prefer to take it at 34.25 when it's safe, and not to take it below those two lines, because right now, if this market will go into trend from that area here, I have a bigger pot to take out of it. If this market not able to hold the 34, then I better drop it. You know, so it's not about rules, it's all about management. How to manage, how to stay away, and how to trade, or how to stay away from the market when you see the market is not tradable. Because this market, like now, right under our nose, nailed the 500 on the YM and the 250 on the NASDAQ, right front of our nose, little at that time. Even the market is not strong to the trend, to the upper trend, but it's climbing a little bit at that time, and it come in and sneaked right front of you. So when we are playing it safe and putting the trades above or below the hard areas, we just taking cautious, and before you know it, there is $1,000 and right front of your nose, and that it is the hardest part to play it safe, honestly, So, but I hear that when somebody's saying, this guy lost because he didn't follow our rules. Who the hell are you to follow? The market is going to follow your rules. I mean, you have no money moving the market, so who are you? Nobody can make rules for the market. The market make rules on us, and we have to play it safe. That's my opinion. We can always blame you didn't follow the rules. That's an easy exit out. As you see the impact when we have the 30-year Treasury bond to the short position, now the market start getting momentum, and we are going slow, but in a right direction. One step forward, little bit back, then forward. Okay, guys, you can mark your target. We are extremely busy. We're trying to push some of the software out for you guys. We hope today, and we need to do final test. And I want to call it off a bit early um, to get moving and mark your target. ES 28 38 50. Nasdaq 776925, and YM 25700. Okay, and um, um, Algirdas, try to be more specific what you're looking for. Are you long on the Nasdaq, sir? Are you long on the Nasdaq? Okay, let me explain to you. Here's your situation on the Nasdaq, sir. Got a little rejected on the 5150, coming on the pullback 7240. This is a re-entry point right there on the Nasdaq. This is a re-entry point. I don't want to confuse you with the advanced trading, but this is your re-entry point is 39.75. You can exit from that trade and then re-enter at 39.75. Now you have major resistance on 259, and you have a resistance at 67. But you don't need to be to the target 69.25. You can exit on that Nasdaq. Let me show you. You can exit on this trade and go ahead and put a limited order right there. And you can put one or two. It's up to you, sir. At 40.25. You can put it at 40.25. And if you want to, you can put it at 40.50 just to make sure, or you can put it at the projection. It's plus minus one tick. But those the area for the re-entry right there. Always when you see those numbers, sir, those are a re-entry point. They are very easy to follow. The same thing on the YM. Right there, 56.27 is your re-entry point right there. ES, there is nothing on the ES. But if you are on that trade, yes, you have it exactly like mine. This is wrong. Let me show you, sir. This is wrong. You have the trailing stop at you have the trailing stop at 7235.25. This is wrong. What you need to do, you gotta put it one tick below that red support line, because if this market pulling back, it might get rejected from the 35.25. So you need to put it one or two ticks below that, and you should be very fine with it. And this is your re-entry point again at that line here. And this is your re-entry point on the NASDAQ is 40. Keep it on 41 level. I don't want to cover the re-entry point. I'm not too, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can get in trouble. But those are the re-entry point. Always follow what you see on the chart. That's it. Look at the YM, sir. Look. You see that? Look. Re-entry point. 56.27, right on the spot. And look at this. I have it at 41. So anything above those numbers, sir, doesn't count. Anything above those numbers. There we go. Look at this. Okay, folks, we will see you tomorrow, Friday. We are extremely busy today, and we will try to get you a new update by today or tomorrow. And I will see what happened also with the Zone Plus. We need to really call it off for today. I want to say thank you very much, and God bless you all, and see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Bye for now.